Hello, Cosmic Family. It's Rhonda. It's such a beautiful day, and I'm always so happy that it's summer, and it's always so incredible to be in nature and have some time. And I've been wanting to do this video for a really long time. And excuse the car noise going by. and one of my amazing sisters, Christine Miskinnis, did a video similar to this one today. And I realized that, a lot of times when we are given inspiration, when we have some beautiful information come through us or some ideas come through us, that we have to take action on them. We really have to we have to share them. And I've been sitting on this one for several weeks. And then when she posted hers today, I really felt called to do mine as well. So always, as always, thank you, my sister, for giving me such beautiful inspiration and love. And yeah, it's good. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about the power of sound. And a lot of people have heard about sound healing, or maybe you've experienced sound healing, but you really don't understand what it is. Well, you do not have to be a trained sound healer. You do not have to, it's amazing if you are, but you don't have to be trained in sound to use sound to your benefit. So a couple of options for sound are, you can get a drum. This is a medicine drum. It's made of elk. It's a beautiful drum I get from a place in Oregon, and it has its sound. And elk is amazing because it helps heal a lot of the shadow. So it helps with our lower three chakras, and it really helps bring out incredible wisdom, incredible healing in the body. So drum, that's one thing. So we have a chacapa, if I can even say it right, a chacapa, which is from Peru, and it's a bundle of leaves. And we use these a lot in medicine ceremonies for healing. It's amazing sound. Brings a lot of healing to the body. So you could simply make something like this yourself. You can also order them online. They're quite amazing, which is a really interesting way to bring some sound into your life. There's also rattles. This one's Bear, a very good friend, Bearskin, a very good friend gave this to me, and I got this one in Peru. So the power of a rattle and understanding, sometimes when we're feeling emotions, or we're feeling stuck, or we're feeling stressed, or we're feeling angry, which are all super amazing emotions, sound and different sounds can really help us understand it or move through it, or to kind of get an idea of frequency, right? It's all frequency, moving it outside of the body. So rattles are amazing. If you don't have access to a drum and you don't want to make a bundle of leaves and you don't have a rattle, you can literally put something in a jar and do the same kind of thing. So you can be really creative. And what I've really realized is that our voices, our beautiful voices, are specifically tuned to bring healing to our bodies. So the first time I really discovered this is I was working with a client who has stage 4 liver cancer. And I really observed how he was using his voice and how he was using his body and how he was using sound to really help him go through the emotions of what he's going through. So I'm going to show you something that I do in the morning, which is kind of weird, kind of interesting, but it's really powerful in the sense of understanding how to start using our bodies and to use our voice, which really has a lot of power in it. And, I'm a big fan of Philip Shepherd's work, his embodiment practice, and it talks about how the voice is a sense, and often we don't really know what we think or what we feel until we speak. So a lot of times, we've been told in our lives that we essentially need to know what we think before we speak. And this isn't always the case. So you can use the voice and start speaking to yourself, and start talking and understand maybe a feeling or emotion that you didn't know you had. So an exercise I like to do in the morning, especially when I'm having some depression or I'm going within some anxiety or I'm having some overwhelm because there's a lot of things happening in my life. These are all natural, normal responses to life. I'll start to get in my morning routine and I'll start to move my body, start to really get comfortable in my body, move myself around, and then I'll start making sound. So especially when I'm feeling bad, I'll do an energetic purge. So I'll start with something like blah, And yes, I know this is weird. And yes, I know that this is kind of crazy, but like us getting comfortable being human is so important in being embodied. And our voices are amazing. And you know, we make sounds and we sigh and we do things all the time when we're needing, our bodies are actually needing us to make noise, but we're not aware of it. So if like you get comfortable using your voice, play with it. If you're feeling stressed or you're feeling something, make a sound with your voice, like listen and see how it makes the body feel. And again, there are lots of people who are out there who have programs that you can take, and there's lots of learning you can do, or you can just simply be at home and like figure out how to use your voice in your body. And you don't need training to use your voice. You just need a little bit of time, and you need to be a little bit like intentional with it, and you can learn how to really do this for yourself. So, you know, like do it for a few minutes. It's also really good. Like I do it in the car a lot. I'll just let my body make noise. I'm needing to release. And there's so much energy that can be released and moved through the body when we do this for ourselves. So that energetic blah in the morning is super powerful. And I can turn it into a beat on myself using sound, using frequency, using vibration, using it to call in different hormones, using it to connect with different parts of myself. You can really do lots of interesting things. Don't be afraid to play with yourself. This is one instance where it's perfectly beautiful to play with yourself. Well, it's always good to play with yourself, but you know what I mean. So, you know, whether it's a bundle of leaves, whether it's a beautiful medicine drum, or whether it is your incredible voice, which is specifically tuned for your amazing body, don't be afraid to use it. It's time to get out there and start using it. And really, like, when you have a feeling and you're like, the sigh, right? Like the sigh. When our bodies are sighing, it's usually a sound of our liver releasing. It's releasing energy. It's releasing chemical. It's releasing toxin. It's releasing. Listen to that. Pay attention to your sounds. Make more sounds. And, you know, after sitting in ceremony for so long, I was once sitting next to a man who was going through his ceremony, and we're silent in ceremony. And we essentially are in this place where we're like in this silent meditation as we're experiencing the medicine. And he kept sighing. He kept going, and I was like losing my mind because I was thinking, you know, this is really going to interrupt my experience, and like he's really taking up space, and like it was really in my head about it. And then it finally hit me that in his being, in his body, what he was experiencing while he was in the medicine was so deep and so profound for him that it was just his body's way of like going through it. It was just his body's way of experiencing it. And since that moment, I really started to understand and have more compassion for people who make noise. You know, those people that are like a little bit more noisy at the gym, or they're a little bit more noisy in life as they move or they get up or they do something. It's just, it's expression. So have a little bit more tenderness with each other as we're all like learning to deepen and carve out our centers and how we use sound and how we use our own voice to be able to like, move through something, and really start to play with your own voice, right? Really start to play with your own voice and really learn the power of the tuning and frequency that is built into our magnificent bodies. We're talking ancient, billions of years ancient technology here. So don't be afraid to use your body and to play with yourself and play with sound. And I love you all. Mwah. Have a beautiful day.